Hello everyone. In this video we'll see a method of finding the complementary function. So for this we're going to consider a second order homogeneous differential equation now. So consider the second order homogeneous differential equation, that is, I'll take directly as d square y plus a1 into dy plus a2 into y equal to 0. Okay, equation number 1, where d square is nothing but d's second order differentiation, as well as d is nothing but d by dx. Now, so the above equation 1 can be written as d square plus a1d plus a2 of y equal to 0. So once we get our equation, we need to take like that. Then, so auxiliary equation is auxiliary equation is means inside this bracket we have to equate 0, that is d square plus a1d plus a2 equal to 0. So actually this is a quadratic differential equation. So for this we need to go forward here, finding the roots. So right now, so I will consider let d is equal to one root I got, that is one answer I got, and d is equal to another root, because the equation is in terms of quadratic. So we'll get two values of d. So I will say one m1 and m2. We'll consider this. Fine. So m1 is a one root and m2 is another root. So based on this m1 and m2, we'll see how to write what here, a complementary function. Very important here. So based on this means this root may be what here, a real, or I can say that imaginary or complex or anything. So okay, based on this we'll decide so which kind of all complementary functions are possible here. So based on this real or means real but distinct elements, or real with same means equal roots, or I can say that complex root. So we need to have a different kinds of complementary function. So we'll see that one by one now. So based on this m1 and m2, we'll decide what is yc. So therefore the real, so based on this I can say that the complementary function in short it is going to be called as CF or YC also for the above roots as follows. Okay, so we'll see one by one. So case number 1, so m1 and m2, so root what here, m1 and m2, what happens here, they are real and distinct. Means m1 like 2 and 3, they are real numbers, but distinct means different. M1 and M2 are not same. Means distinct means what here? M1 is not equal to M2. m1 is not same as m2 here. So therefore for such kind the complementary function is written as, that is the complementary function is written as yc is equal to c1 into e raised to m1 into x plus c2 into e raised to m2x. So complementary function is written as yc or cf, you can use the symbol c1 into e raised to m1x plus c2 into e raised to m2x. So this is condition when m1 and m2 are real and distinct. Distinct means m1 is not equal to m2. This is case number 1. Case number 2, roots are m1 and m2 but they are real and coincident. Coincident, another meaning is what here? Equal, or I can say that same. At that time I can say that m1 is equal to m2. So this condition, so here above we have see m1 is not equal to m2, but here m1 is equal to m2 means either this whole means like 1 and 1 number is getting, m1 value is also 1, m2 also 1, or m1 is also 2, m2 also 2. So when they are same, then at that time, so therefore I can say that m1 is equal to m2. I will say that in general it is m. So to write a complementary function, that is yc is equal to, okay, so yc, that is complementary function. In short, if you want you can write cf also. So complementary function or yc is equal to c1 plus c2x into e raised to mx. So this is very important. If they are same, we have to write c1 plus c2x. X, why we are multiplying? Because here the given differential equation is with respect to x, that's why we have to write x, we have to multiply. If it is with respect to t, so t will come here. Okay, so because it is common, so we have, see, if you open the bracket, so you will get c1 into e raised to mx plus c2x into e raised to mx. So this is what here, one kind of root. So I can say that in general this is what here, only for two roots if they are same. So if suppose in general if they are having what here n roots, so I can say that if nth root, so if I can say that if m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m3 is equal to so on mn, okay, so on mn, which is also I will consider as m, because all roots are same. So at that time the complementary function yc is going to write it as c1 plus c2x plus c3x square plus c4 x raised cube plus so on plus cn x raised to 1 less of this, that is 1 n minus 1 into e raised to m into x. Okay, so in general if all means 3 to 4 m1 values are same, so means roots are same, at that time in general we can write in this way. So preferably you have to remember this, and this is for generally. So case number 1 and case number 2. So when roots are real and distinct, so how to write? If roots are real but coincident means or equal or same, at that time we need to go for this way. So next, case number 3, if the roots are complex, how to get a complementary function, we'll see now. So case number 3, so m1 m2 are complex pair, okay, m1 and m2 are complex pair roots, that is I will write it as, say, in the form of p plus or minus iq form. If roots are like that, p of plus or minus of iq, then at that time complementary function is considered as yc is equal to e raised to the real part, that is px, into c1 into cos of qx plus c2 into sine of cx, c2 into sine of qx, sorry, q only, okay, q into x it is. Or I can say that if the complex number is what here, for example, or I can say that complex number alpha plus I beta. Okay, so at that time complementary function is yc is equal to e raised to alpha x into c1 into cos of beta x plus c2 into sine of beta x. So these are the complex pair roots. So for this complementary function we have to write in this way. So also if we have two pairs of complex number, means just see here, like two pairs means alpha plus I beta, and one more is also same pair alpha plus I beta, it is repeated at that time. So I can say that are the repeated complex pair, of root, then its complementary function, that is yc, is given by, so alpha same value, that is it will become e raised to alpha x common. Then for two roots, so we have to write what here, c1 plus c2x of cos of beta x plus, because beta also same in both, so that's why c1 plus c2x of cos beta x plus, so c1 c2 is over, then c3 plus c4x of sine of beta x. So in this way we have to write a complementary function for three cases. So case number one is real and distinct, case number two is real and coincident, coincident means roots are same or equal, and third case is what here, complex pair. So by referring to this we have to write our complementary function for the given linear differential equation. Now, so here if it is homogeneous, then we know that, so general solution is nothing but our complementary result, whatever we will get. So in this way we'll see the details and more specific in the problems. So let's see the examples based on this complementary, how to find the complementary function, and with the help of complementary function how to conclude for the general solution.